Right in front of you stands an angel holding a drawn sword. Its blade gleams with deadly intent, ready to strike at any moment. And yet, the prophet cannot see it. Then suddenly, the donkey speaks. "Master, stop. Death is waiting ahead." This is not a scene from a fantasy film. This is a real and chilling event recorded in human history. The story of the talking donkey. Today, through this story, you will discover a disturbing truth. The success and wealth you chase so desperately may be the very things blinding your soul. Now, let the story begin. Long ago, near a quiet river, stood an ancient city called Pethor. In that city lived a prophet named Balaam. Kings traveled great distances to seek him. Those who wanted to protect their throne, those who wanted victory in battle, those who feared the future. They all came for one reason, to hear the prophecy from his lips. Balaam's words were not ordinary words. People believed his voice carried divine authority, that his words could shape destiny itself. And Balaam knew it. He had spent his entire life building that reputation, and he had learned how to sell it. But one day, everything began to change. A delegation arrived from the land of Moab. Their faces were filled with urgency. In their hands they carried heavy bags. These were not simple gifts. They were signals of irresistible temptation. They spoke of a nation that had come out of Egypt, a nation so vast, so powerful, that its mere presence filled entire kingdoms with fear. Israel. The king of Moab, Balak, had already made his decision. He knew swords and shields were not enough. He needed supernatural power. He needed a curse. He needed Balaam. The delegation stood before him and made their offer. "Come with us, curse this people. The king promises you great honor and great wealth." Honor, power, riches. Everything Balaam had ever desired now stood within reach. That night, Balaam answered carefully. "Stay here tonight," he said. "I will bring you the answer the Lord gives me." Outwardly, he appeared holy, faithful, obedient. But deep inside, something was moving. Greed. That night, God spoke to him. "Who are these men with you?" Balaam explained everything, the king's request, the promised reward. God's answer was clear. "Do not go with them. Do not curse this people. They are blessed." The next morning, Balaam delivered the message. "Return to your land. The Lord has refused to let me go." It sounded like obedience, but his heart was restless, because he had tasted the possibility of wealth, and he wanted it. King Balak refused to give up. He sent more important officials with even greater promises. "There is no limit," they said. "Whatever you want, it will be yours." Balaam answered again, "Even if the king gave me a house full of silver and gold, I could not disobey the Lord my God." But then he added something revealing. "Stay here tonight. Perhaps the Lord will tell me more." More? God's will had already been clear, but Balaam hoped it would change. He hoped truth would bend to his desire. God allowed him to go, not as approval, but as a test. The next morning, Balaam saddled his donkey. He set out with the officials of Moab. His mind was filled with visions of gold. He believed he was walking towards wealth, but in reality, he was walking towards death, because God's anger burned against him. On the road ahead stood the angel of the Lord, holding a drawn sword, but Balaam could not see it. His eyes were blinded, not physically, spiritually, but the donkey saw. It turned away from the road, running into the field to avoid death. Balaam struck the donkey in anger. They continued on. The path narrowed, with walls on both sides. Again the angel stood in the way. The donkey pressed against the wall, crushing Balaam's foot. In pain and rage, Balaam struck it again. Then the path became even narrower. There was nowhere to go. The donkey fell to the ground. Balaam lost control. He beat the animal mercilessly. And then something impossible happened. God opened the donkey's mouth, and it spoke. "What have I done to you that you have beaten me 3 times?" Balaam, consumed by anger, answered without thinking, "You have made a fool of me. If I had a sword, I would kill you." The donkey replied, "Am I not the donkey you have always ridden? Have I ever done this before?" And suddenly his eyes were opened. He saw the angel, standing before him, sword drawn, ready. The angel said, "If the donkey had not turned away, I would have killed you and spared the donkey." Balaam fell face down. "I have sinned," he said. But here is the chilling truth. He confessed his sin, yet he did not turn back. His heart was still fixed on reward. In the end, he was forced to bless Israel instead of cursing them, because God controlled his words. But his heart never changed. And later, he died a tragic death. And now the question is for you. Is there a voice in your life warning you to stop? This path is dangerous. This choice will destroy you. Are you listening? Or are you, like Balaam, blinded by desire? Will you become less than the donkey, or will you stop and truly see? If you were Balaam, what would you choose? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if this story opened your eyes, subscribe and like the video. Your voice may become a warning that saves someone else.